Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, where you'll receive exclusive content to videos that are not available on YouTube. And for those of you that like the one video instead of the 2 video format, you get that as well.
Bam.
For $1.
Bam.
It's $1 a month.
Yep. I think we're cooler than a bag of Cheetos.
You can't even get that for $1.
Hey, that's true. Not hot Cheetos, though. Only like regular Cheetos.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. We hope to see you there. What's up, guys? Happy holidays to everybody out there.
Yeah, happy holidays. Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, as well. No Santa hats today, though.
Yeah, nah, man. You know what? I had to cop this Raider hat, man. You know,
Ryan's got the Raider hat popping.
even though I'm a Bears fan, I'll just make that clear. But you know what? I wanted to give the Raiders a nice warm welcome, man, because I heard that they had like a big fiasco at the last game of the season in Oakland. They were ripping the seats out off the stands and shit, and like clobbering each other. And I heard it was like a madhouse, man. So
clobbering is a crazy word. Yeah. When somebody's getting clobbered, that shit sounds like somebody's got like a big ass motherfucker, caveman bat.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the Raiders, man. I wanted to give them a nice Vegas home welcome.
That's crazy. You know how crazy that is for a football team to be in Vegas? That just blows.
I can't wait.
Anyways,
I can't wait.
We need a basketball team in Vegas, though.
Yeah, it's coming.
Then take my money. We digress, though. So
Seek and Destroy.
Seek and Destroy, Metallica, baby.
First album.
Metallica, though. This is a Christmas. It's become a Christmas tradition.
Yes, it has.
So much so that, we are holding ourselves up from going to like Christmas parties right now to get this one out to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Because we rock with y'all and we appreciate you guys. And it's been a little while since we've put a video out, but we had to get this one done.
And as you were talking there, George, it looks like this album came out in 1983.
Yeah, buddy.
And I believe
it's a good year.
Yeah. Kill 'Em All, I guess, was the first album that we read that was recorded in an actual studio.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. This is the first song that they recorded in the studio. It's set in the wiki, I believe. And we just want to do this album specifically, guys, because this is supposed to be like the start of thrash.
Yeah, man.
People say that Metallica, right? It looks like they were responsible for pioneering thrash.
Yes, sir.
So I think it was just important for us to check this one off. You know what I mean? We've done a lot of Metallica on this channel. You know what I mean? So we wanted to get this one done. Let's get to the origin of how it all started, man. You said this out. A lot of you guys said that this album was pretty kick-ass, man. So we're going to see what's going on. So Santa coming down the chimney. What I was doing.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
Santa coming down the chimney.
Santa coming down the chimney with one for you. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Metallica, Seek and Destroy. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. It's still dirty, though.
Yeah.
It's still dirty, though.
It's still rocking.
Yeah, this is still dirty, though. This is still dirty though.
Okay.
Because
How old were they when they did this shit?
Exactly. George, I was a little worried, man, when we read that this was the first song that they recorded in a studio. I thought it was gonna be very sad but true-ish, which we love that song.
I'm about to say, you mean hot?
It's hot, but you could tell that song was mastered and it sounds very clear and powerful and fresh.
Yeah.
And he's like, all the things we love.
I'm waiting for you to tell me some shit that, okay, go ahead, man.
All the things we love, right?
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. But one thing that I've learned to love about thrash, man, especially the earlier sound, is the rawness behind it. It's not as like studio produced sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very, very raw and like
Yeah, I
just,
got it.
you know what I mean? It
I
still
feel you.
has the musicianship,
Yep.
but it's just raw. It doesn't sound like it's been mastered in the studio. And I thought this is what
Or
this
overproduced as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I thought that's what it was going to sound like when we read that. But this still has that rawness to it.
Yeah.
And it's still, they getting busy already. And the little
Yeah.
that shit, the little nuances, I know that probably is not difficult to do, guys, but that shit sounds good.
Nasty.
I love it.
I did read something here in the wiki, Ryan, that kind of when the song was playing, I was kind of wanted to continue to read, man, just because. But I didn't want to hold the video up too long when I was reading the wiki. But I was looking at something that it was an interview that Lars Ulrich had with, it looks like, Metal Hammer, and he was talking about the process, their process of making music. He was saying that he would hear about other bands making like 20, 30 songs, and then only like 10 of them making the album. And he said in their case, specifically, he says here, he said that's not their approach. He said, what's the point of writing a song if it wasn't good enough to go on the record? He said, there weren't 7 leftover songs for Ride the Lightning. He said, every single song that we've ever written, you've heard. To me, it just sort of exemplifies why they're so successful, man. They did not, to me, it sounds like they didn't leave the studio until everybody was 100% happy with what they created. It wasn't like, oh, that's okay, but let's go ahead and just throw it in there and just keep. No, it'll maybe grow on us. No, we are going to stay in the studio and get it right until we are, until we know that this is out of here, man. So I appreciate him saying that, man. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you because it all comes together when you read stuff like that. When you think about what a band's accomplished, you're like, that's why, clearly, right? So let's get back to it though, man. We grooving though. We grooving.
Looking for you to start up the fight. There's an evil feeling in our brains, but it's nothing new. You know it drives us to say, running on our way out. You will be dying 1,000 deaths. Running on our way out. You will be dying 1,000 deaths. Yeah, seek and destroy. Seek and destroy. Seek and destroy.
It's still raw as hell.
Seek and destroy.
I like how they let this ride out. They could have went right into like
There is no escape, and that's for sure. This is the end, we won't take anymore. Say goodbye to the world you live in. You've always been taking, and now you're giving. Running on our way out. You will pay life 1,000 deaths. Running on our way out. You will pay life 1,000 deaths. Seek and destroy.
So what inspired the lyricism to this song? You like that?
I miss the fact that people let the song play out a little bit, especially when we're talking about this genre in metal, thrash. I love the way the groove is so important to me. Please let that shit play out a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they're doing a good job here. And I don't know if that's maybe like a big no-no in music. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because you don't hear that a lot anymore. They go right into the next verse. And you know what I mean? It's not really let me feel the groove and rock me into the next verse, you know?
I agree, man.
So I don't know.
Yeah, let's
That's
get
just my 2 cents.
Yeah, man. I like it. Just give me the inspiration for the lyrics. That's all that's mine. Just curious. Running
Seek
on
and
our way,
destroy.
hiding, dying 1,000 deaths, searching, seek and destroy. I don't know what inspired this, but I'm curious.
You're going to destroy something.
Yeah, somebody about to die. All right, man. Let's get back to it, man. Great point, though, man. I'm just grooving out to this one, man.
Yeah.
It's good to know that even their first effort, because sometimes you could just tell, and we've kind of gone through this on
we
the
have.
channel.
I'm glad you said that.
Bands sometimes, you could tell that they're just not quite, there. They weren't quite there when they kind of were starting out.
You see the talent.
Yep, you see
but
it.
it's just not.
But here it just seems like, it's still holding up to me. I could still see myself playing something like this. It doesn't seem like it's just outdated in any way. So salute to them.
Seek and destroy. Seek and destroy.
Yeah, that was smooth. Yeah, that was smooth. Bring you right back into the original groove. Some of us started the whole song. Hey.
My brains are on fire with the feeling to kill, and it won't go away until my dreams are fulfilled. There is only one thing on our minds. Try running away, 'cause you're the one we will find. Running on our way out. We will be life without the death.
I love the movie.
Running
They
on
got
our
it,
way
dude.
out. We will be life without the death. Yeah, seek and destroy.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, seek and destroy. Yeah, seek and destroy. Yeah, seek and destroy.
Okay. That's nasty right there. That's funky right there.
Yeah, they going off.
Filthy nasty, dude. God, dude.
Yeah.
You could have started that shit back over right there.
Yeah, they went crazy.
That was nasty. They just took me on a ride, man. And I guess for me, when I'm listening to how they transition, I think they do that shit so smooth.
Yeah, man.
You know? Because I didn't even hear this coming at the end. And the way that they changed up the groove like 3 times at the end. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy, man. To me, that doesn't sound like a band that's just hitting the scene. That sounds like a band that is confident, knows exactly what they can do, and just really just brought something that was new, crazy, different, and just hot and fire to the scene.
Yeah, man.
I can only imagine what this sounded like when there was nothing else to compare it to.
You know it was out of here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even now, I'm like, they got busy.
It held up. Seriously, I don't know how old they were when they. How old were they when they
know.
made this record?
Yeah.
I know that they were very, very young.
Dude.
From what I want to say, someone told us that they were like maybe 18, 19. At the most, maybe early 20s when they started making music, man. So that's pretty impressive, man. Young kids like that, sounding that refined. Dude, they killed this, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm just happy that they were able to sound like Metallica. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, like I was kind of saying earlier on, man, bands sometimes are just when they first start, either your best music is created when you're young and you're hungry, because they say sometimes that your entire life, it takes your entire life to make that first album.
Yeah.
So therefore, that album, it reflects the hunger and the desire to be great in it. And then other times, that first album comes along and it's just not quite there. You're still developing your skills. You're still refining
Your sound, all that.
and
Yep.
everything. So I just felt like this sounded like Metallica.
Yes.
I do think, though, that after hearing Master of Puppets and after hearing One and after hearing how polished Sad But True is and hearing all these songs, I just feel a little bad that this didn't grab me as much. I feel like had we done this sort of in sort of chronological order, this would have had more impact on me. But we've just heard so much, so many amazing songs.
That's honest though, dude.
And I think that's the only thing that's really pulling me away from loving this song, man, is that I've just heard, at this point, we've heard quite a bit of metal, man, that's just at such from Metallica alone. I mean, if we're including Megadeth, we're including all of the bands that we've heard, even some of the newer bands like Gojira and some of the bands that are just doing things at a certain level. It's just kind of tough sometimes to put yourself in a mindset of, yes, I understand that this was the start, the origin of thrash, but I can't
shake it.
I can't shake
can't
that
shake
I heard
it.
something at such a crazy level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
But the fact that this still holds up to me just tells me how talented these guys are. You know, I keep going back to that excerpt that we read with Lars, man. Just them being perfectionists and not leaving the studio or not moving
That's
forward
crazy.
with the next song until the first song is done.
Yeah.
And that hunger, you felt that hunger in this. Like, let's get it right. Let's add some different layers to this to make sure that we are killing the game, man. So salute to these guys.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Another great song, man. That's going on my playlist.
Salute to Metallica, salute to all their fans. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to the channel. Very excited about next year, but we'll talk about that in the oncoming months, about what we have coming up and what we have planned, man. You guys enjoy your holidays. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Also, guys, we have a Patreon channel. Check that out. The link for that will be in the description. It will allow you to get exclusive access to our content. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas.
We out.
We out.